second objective at this time is to make sure you all take the Beertown Time Capsule Day Oath of Civic Responsibility. It's very simple. If you'll just raise your right hand and repeat after me. Right hand. Good job. And we, the Beertonians of the 20th quinquennial.
We, the Beertonians of the 20th quinquennial.
Do hereby, with clear eyes and open hearts.
Do hereby, with clear eyes and open hearts.
Pledge to debate vigorously and vote proudly.
Pledge to debate vigorously and vote proudly.
In the official proceedings of Time Capsule Day.
In the official proceedings of Time Capsule Day.
Now, before we get to the voting, we will have an open discussion session. This will give you an opportunity to dig deeper and debate the intrinsic value of the proposed artifacts. It'll also give you an opportunity to voice an opinion, either in support or opposition to the item. Now, we will go in order that they were proposed. So first up was the photo album by Michael Sock Jr. Does anyone want to start us off with a comment or an opinion about the photo album, or maybe a question about the photo album or its heatfulness? Yes, can you say your name for everyone?
Yeah, my name's Ira.
Ira, go ahead.
Yeah, you know, in 1950, Washington, D.C. didn't allow colored people into the same bathrooms. Did your picture show that? Because that would make it of historic value for them.
Everyone?
Hi, I'm Katie.
Katie, go ahead.
I know that MJ remarked there wasn't necessarily artistic value, but in that photo of the Capitol, that angle is different, so I would say that that qualifies as artistic.
So in a sense, she's kind of got the he instead of just the he. Great. Next game nominated was the 9/11 flyer by Kim. Kim, would you mind standing and give us your reason?
My recollection was the fundraiser didn't raise all that much, and that's a little embarrassing. And secondly, I assume that there's probably the flyer and its clip art saved on someone's 1999 version of Word document on some desktop somewhere in the fire department. So I'm not sure a hard copy is saved.
Thank you, Kim. Others, Nicole, did you have something?
I had something about the flyers.
Go ahead. Yeah, we're talking about all these folks. You can talk about any of them, not just the key. Go ahead.
Just an answer to what Kim said, and I'm really just playing devil's advocate here, but the fact that the flyer is saved somewhere, there's a copy of it somewhere, I think is not a reason to take it out of the time capsule. Putting it in the time capsule is not to save it, it's for its symbolic value and what it means to us as a community and what it will mean to future generations. So I think even if we had reproductions of all of these things, they would still be in the time capsule.
Correct. Representative, do you want to add something?
Yes, I would. I'm sorry. I've been averting a little bit with this. Thank you, Nicole. $4,000. $4,000 in 72 hours. Thank all of you who contributed when Fire Chief Grady Smithson made the rounds. This little piece of paper printed on the printer in that firehouse that then took our dollars with the fire team to Ground Zero in New York so that Beertonians could weigh in on what happened to this country a mere 10 years ago. I'm sorry, but that's not a little thing, and it is too soon.
Alongside. Yes, can you say your name for everyone?
I am also Michael.
Michael to a Michael, of course, yes.
I'm a little concerned that this is a pro-Prop 6 sign, and I wonder if we should also consider the opposite, so the negative.
No, that's an interesting point. Alexander, did you have one? Or?
Yeah, I just wanted to know what you feel the emotional value of
or historic or artistic or...
Well, I think historically it seems that historically it's obviously a big...
It's brand new, it's not historic. Well, I mean, it's not even happened yet. So how did that...
Not technically, but...
What does not technically mean?
Well, I mean, technically...
It hasn't happened yet. How is that not technically?
But this does affect us right now. We're talking about a high school that has been around for a long time, so there is some history there.
No, we're talking about the sign, Michael, and the ephemeral artifacts are for right now.
Which MJ proposed.
Indeed.
Correct.
Thank you, Michael.
All right. I'm sorry, Aaron, did you have
I think
something?
the question was answered.
Oh,
But what's the emotional value of the sign to you, MJ?
Oh, the emotion. Well, I mean, we're kind
yelling at each other right now, so I think the emotional value is that we all really care a lot about what's going to happen and to our town and the high school and things that are ours.
Can I make a comment? I
Go ahead.
think this sign is very real. A lot of the other things have a sort of sentimental value and a symbolic value, and this represents something that's very, very pertinent and real to the town. So for that reason, I think it absolutely fits Heath pretty well.
Aaron, go ahead.
Where's the artistic value?
Judging art is so subjective. So it's got paint, it's got colors.
That's your definition of good art?
Sure.
It's got
Duchamp signed a urinal and that became art.
It's not painted. I just want to make sure.
It's got some artistic value.
It's pop art.
I mean, someone did
Pop
take
art,
time
yeah.
to put it together, and they had to make those choices.
We'll
So.
make it graphic.
Yeah? Do we have a hand back here? Yes, go ahead.
I think artistically, art tries to convey a message, and I think this very clearly conveys a message, so that there's the artistic value.
Yeah, it doesn't say good artistic value, it says artistic value.
It's a good point. It's a good point. All right. Yes, Paul?
So MJ, out of all the variety of Prop 6 signs around town, how did you choose this particular one? There's so many out there.
Well, I wanted one that was not banged up a lot, so that it kind of looked nice, and so that was the cleanest one that I could get my hands on. The ones on Thompson Avenue are all kind of dirty, and with the storm last week, got splattered with mud. So.
All right. Corinne, and then we'll take this last one. Go ahead.
Did you ever consider putting a vote against Prop 6 sign in?
It wasn't I didn't mean. I just picked the cleanest sign that was about Prop 6. I mean, Mr. Aaron was talking about that at the recess as well, and I didn't mean to be biased, and I know, Joanne, that that's something that we talk about in History Club about the historic, and so maybe.
Yes, sir. Last comment.
Where did you get the sign from?
From the Prop 6 headquarters.
All right, folks. I think we'll move on to the next. Thank you.
Ever see them? But so although meteorites fall constantly, those that are actually witnessed are very few. So we're very lucky to have been able to actually witness this, because it doesn't happen so often.
Sir, your name?
Clayton.
Clayton, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm so close to you for what I'm about to say, but it is touching on your comment. It is a very small happening, and I find it kind of trivializes the whole history of Beertown. If this is something so random, so unconnected to anything about the essence of Beertown, that this happening needs to be remembered.
Maybe I should restate. Yes, meteorites fall all the time. People getting to witness it is very rare.
And a baseball game is even more rare.
I do that sometimes. I don't listen when I'm ready to talk.
Yeah, sir, go ahead.
What happened to the left fielder?
What happened to left fielder?
Yeah, when the meteorite came down on left field, where was the fielder?
Oh, Josh Jones is just fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, he's fine. He actually he doesn't really play his position very well. He was kind of over by the foul pole, and I don't know. Yeah, Coach Thompson is a little. Yeah. Go ahead.